is Gilbert Gottfried, and you are listening to Moulz Mel on Rap Rankings, a black guy and a Jewish guy reviewing hip-hop albums? Who would listen to that shit?
I'm already upset because I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I know what this is. Cold world, right?
Cold world.
Oh my God.
Cold world, everybody. Cold world. Welcome to the first listen new album review from Rap Rankings in a hot minute.
Since December, I think. Was Jack Harlow the last one? My boy Jack?
Okay.
That was December.
We did Busta and then we did Jack.
You know.
But yeah, this is our first since the Jack Harlow album.
You know, it
looks like these artists are gearing up to put out a lot of albums. So if they're gearing up to put out a lot of albums,
they got the secret meeting, you know?
Yeah, they had the secret meeting. Perhaps Moulz Mel have to, give up their Thursday nights now.
You know, it was a good little break.
The actual show on Friday nights. And give you these first listens. It's what the people want. I look at the numbers. It's what the people want, Mel.
Yeah, no, I know. People prefer half-baked, like, half-formed, like, spur-of-the-moment, knee-jerk opinions over, like, actual, measured analysis. I know. That's humanity.
Well, Mel, before we get into this review and talk about the new J. Cole album, the off-season, is that what this is called?
Yes.
Okay, before we talk about the off-season, what do we do here, usually?
Right, we got to do that. Okay, so it's been a minute since we just said, so like I had to remember what we do on first listens, but I know what we do. They ain't never gonna catch me slipping. Here we go. This is Rap Rankings, the show where we listen to, rate, rank, and discuss every album in hip hop history. I'm Mel. That's Moulz. Someone get him a blanket because he's over there shivering. These are first listen new album reviews, meaning the ratings that we arrive at the end of the episode, they're not going on the giant board of every rap album in history on raprankings.com. It's not going there because it's one listen. We not gonna put something on the board off one listen. We will inevitably,
especially not just one listen, but the day it comes out. We want the chatter to settle and be able to look at an album without all of the things swimming around it that happen during an album cycle.
Right. We want all that to subside. We want to respect the process of letting an album, seep into you. This is what you need to do, if you're trying to do stuff right. But the rating system, though, they do still need to know that because we use that still. So I'll explain it. The rating system is simple. Each song is rated on a scale of 1 to 10. These numbers do not reflect the quality of a song, as that is indeterminable. Instead, each number reflects a level of enjoyment. In short, here's what each number means. 10 means this is a perfect song to me, one of my favorite songs of all time. 9 means I love it. 8 means I like it a lot. 7 means I like it. 6 means it's alright. I don't dislike it, but I can't say that I like it. 5 means I feel practically nothing about this. 4 means it's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but I dislike it. 3 means I dislike it. 2 means I hate it. 1 means I absolutely can't stand it. One of the worst things I've ever heard. Side note, we might add a plus or minus to those numbers. The pluses and minuses have no mathematical or statistical value. They are merely indicators that mean one of two things. One, it's like saying a strong or light version of that number. You hear 8 plus, that's like a strong 8. You hear a 6 minus, it's like a light 6. Second, it's an indicator. It could go up or down in the future. The ratings aren't static on the show, especially with these first listens. We could definitely be tripping. So,
definitely.
A 6
I
minus
think with
one
first
day.
Listens, we will give a rating at the end of the episode, but I feel like every first listen, that number is likely to change by the time we actually get around to reviewing it for the show.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely, for the show. But, I mean, even if we weren't, we rated stuff for years because we're crazy people before we even started the show, just for our own personal records. And I would say it's fair to say I need more than 3 to 5 listens before I start feeling comfortable about my numbers, ratings here. But yeah, they could go up or down in the future. So, 6 minus, that could go down with 5 plus, it could go up to an 8. It could, there's no limit to how far it could go up or down. So yeah, don't freak out when you hear the pluses and minuses. Do I need to explain the takeaway, average, and weighted rating? I mean, they're not going on the board, but
yeah, because we are going to end up using it at the end.
Right. Okay. So once every song on an album is rated, 3 separate ratings are determined: the takeaway rating, the average rating, and the weighted rating. The takeaway rating is the percentage of songs liked. That is, songs rated 7 or higher. For example, on a 10-song album, if you like 5 songs, the takeaway rating would be 50%. The average rating is the percentage obtained by dividing the sum of the song scores by the highest possible score that particular album can receive. For example, each song can receive a maximum score of 10 points, so if an album has 10 songs, the highest possible score would be 100 points. The weighted rating is the percentage obtained by adding the takeaway rating to the average rating and dividing by 2. Once we have our separate weighted ratings, we add those together and divide by 2, with the resulting percentage being considered the final and definitive rating used to ultimately rank the album on the giant board of every rap album in history, and unless we're doing a first listen new album review, in which case it don't go on no kind of board and it just rests in the audience's hearts.
Right, because as you like to say, it don't matter if we're fucking tripping, because this is the first listen. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it. I would like to lead off with something because he could have been here today. But the third member, Jesse, I think this is just a great thing to start with. I saw a tweet as I was listening. And I have to read it on the show because it's exactly how I feel. So Jesse said, "Please, nothing even close to a no-name subliminal on this album, or Twitter will be extra insufferable tomorrow." Couldn't agree more. And luckily, unless I missed it, there wasn't one. So
I could have missed it. Now, because this is the first listen, I'm coming fresh off of listening to this thing.
Exactly.
It is 10:15 p.m. California time. The album just came out an hour and 15 minutes ago.
It's 12:15 a.m. Peoria, Illinois time, So look how we work for them. Look what we do for y'all. We love y'all, We do it all for rap.
It's
doing
been
it all
said
for
we love
Lena,
y'all.
yeah, that's a good song. But doing it all for rap,
And I figure while they're here, before we start, if you love us, patreon.com/raprankings, get even more exclusive content. We have our mainline episodes and our first listens available on our free feed, but we have some exclusive mixtape reviews and even some bonus album reviews over there. So if you enjoy what you hear tonight, check us out and help support the operation. Thank you. And let's get to it with a quick discussion on our feelings on J. Cole. Let's see who these two reviewers are.
That's a loaded prompt. I think that'll just come out throughout the review.
What's your background with J. Cole? Is this an artist you're familiar with?
Yeah, of course. I would consider myself a J. Cole fan. Yes.
So you're going into this album as a J. Cole fan?
Yes, hoping for more good J. Cole music.
Okay. I would say that I am neither a J. Cole fan or a J. Cole hater.
Okay.
I don't participate in the online dunking of J. Cole.
Thank you.
I think that he's not as bad as his detractors have made him out to be. I think that he's also not as good as the people who call him the GOAT and one of the greatest artists of this generation. Don't quite agree with that assessment either. However, I've heard all of his projects. I take away songs from all of them. I would lean more towards fan than hater, I suppose, but he's not someone who I get excited about new music from. He's just someone who I've sort of begrudgingly grown to respect and figure he's worth at least, an hour out of my day to see what he's coming with. So
okay, that would be the difference between you and I, because he's an artist. Yeah, there's a class of artists where you hear they're putting something out and you get excited. They're like,
yes,
oh, great.
For sure.
And then there are people who, you know, right. And for me, it's like, all right, like I'll usually drop what I'm doing or, you know, I move with urgency to go hear it, you know. There's some people I completely drop what I'm doing. I would say he's right under that. It's like, oh, new Cole? Okay. Maybe when I'm done, you know, fiddling myself, I'll check it out.
I think the best way I could describe it is if he's dropping a loose song, I'm probably not checking it. But if an album comes out from him, I will check it every time. Or if like a mixtape or an EP comes out, if they're like a, you know, like a project of some sort is released, you know, I don't let it get released without at least checking it.
I see. Well, yeah, now that we got that out of the way, Moulz is not dropping anything to hear a single, but he will listen to the album. And me, I'm not going to interrupt my smut session for him. But, you know, some artists I will. I'm a fan, you know.
Okay, so would you say you rate J. Cole maybe an 8 out of 10 overall on your scale of enjoyment, your fandom? You really like J. Cole? Or do you just like him?
I definitely more than just like him. I would say J. Cole, my enjoyment of J. Cole as an artist is probably an 8. I'm gonna bring out the buzzer and the ding for this. Probably an 8+.
Nice. I would say that my enjoyment of J. Cole resides somewhere between a 6+ and a 7-.
Oh man, I don't know what to press.
You know, I'm not a coal miner, but at the same time,
that is not what they call his fans.
I don't think that he's whack.
I'm gonna go with a 6+.
He's got some joints. Sounds
like I've never, in our conversations throughout the years, I've never ever heard you speak, you know, about J. Cole with any like sense of, you know, reverence that would lead me to give you the 7- over the 6+.
Would you say that I'm a J. Cole hater?
No.
Okay.
But I think it sounds like to me the 6+.
I said 6+, 7-. I'm not denying that it could
right, but
be
for
a
the
6+.
audience's sake, you know, I couldn't leave him on the edge. I had to give him something.
All right, so buzz me. 6+.
I buzzed you.
He's all right.
I buzzed you already.
He's all right.
6+.
He's all right. You know? So with that out of the way, you know, let's see what we think of this new J. Cole album, The Off Season.
We will definitely do that. Just 2 things. I think the artwork's cool, and when I put the timestamps in the description, Cole, I'm sorry, but I won't be using this stylized approach you used with these titles. Okay, I come on, you know.
What is it? All lowercase, all uppercase?
No, it's just, this is some new stuff. This is all lowercase, but like periods where the spaces should be.
Oh yeah, okay. So I listened to the album on YouTube because
maybe not new stuff, but like I
don't have streaming services.
It's aesthetic boy stuff. You know?
I'm not. We don't play with that.
You know.
What's the second thing?
That was the second thing. The artwork's cool, and the timestamps. Okay. I was letting Cole know that I'm just, you know. It's better on the eyes in the timestamp section, you know? So, okay, let's start. Track 1, 95 South.
Do we have production credits yet, or is it too early?
I ain't pulling them up. It's the first listen. Like, yeah, some people are probably, you know, like scurried around, putting their, you just probably Reddit board somewhere, like, oh my God, such and such. Like, look it up, folks.
I'm just going off what I heard.
It's the first listen.
I'm just going off of what I heard. I wrote some shit in my notes,
right?
Which I only do really for this. You know, I'm really like a big EJ of reviewers. Got the whole review in my head.
This guy over here, all his reviews. I didn't forgot better reviews than you ever thought of. Over here. All right, man. Well, since we're not going to concern ourselves with production credits, I'm gonna jump right into the rating. 8- for me
on this 95 South.
Yep.
Flat 7 for me. Ding me, baby.
Okay.
Didn't have a ton of notes, though. I just wrote very dramatic opening music. Cameron opens the album, not with a verse, but just with some chatter.
He's the first first voice you hear. I was shocked.
Yeah,
like, because we just did the Killa season review, exactly. And he came on, and I was like, what?
I heard him say Killa, And
I'm
he
like,
kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I think this might sample "You Don't Know" by Jay-Z. The beat
Okay,
itself.
I picked up on that. I said the beat reminds me of "You Don't Know."
It feels like it samples it, but not in such a way that it feels too obvious or on the nose. It's in there
Right.
though. And Cole,
If anything, it's the same melody, maybe.
yeah, and Cole is like sounding very emphatic on here. I think he's spitting.
Loving
there's
the
some
energy.
like there's some Little John chanting sort of shit during the chorus and in the outro. It was pretty good intro. I give it a flat 7.
I think it was great to me. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm glad you picked up on the "You Don't Know" thing. I've been known as the MOP hater on this show, but I think Cole's energy he brings here, he's not screaming, but it's a step under. He sounds very present and he's attacking. Attack rap might be back. I don't know. Like this isn't the melodic rap. This isn't, he's
Well,
just
hold
rapping.
on. There's more of the album still.
Well, that's true. That's true. I'm just talking about track 1.
Track 1 checks out.
It checks out. There's a lot of listen. Punchlines in their utility and function have changed throughout the years. Feels like to me punchlines are more of the punches in the delivery. It seems with new rap rather than the line itself. It's more about making moments in the song.
It's
than
the
the
emphasis in
line.
the delivery, which is really, that's a Kanye thing, right? Is, kind of
him.
Well, who else really made up for the lack of bars with putting extreme emphasis on said bars?
Probably some other people. I don't want to think about him. He's
part of the reason this guy is here.
That is true. But to my point is that Cole, he's doing original punchlines. It's like the line itself. So, and it was some slick stuff in here. It like actually held up to be 2021. He's dissing
I liked
these
his
people
flow
dropping
on here, not just like the delivery and his cadence, but how he kind of picks his spots. If you listen to the mainline show, I like intricate sort of timing in your delivery, where you can stop, pause, pull back a little bit, and then start rapping again in the right spots. Go hard, pause, slow it up a little bit. That kind of being able to, he sounds comfortable basically, like not just passionate and, just like
sounds like
confident,
comfortable, a seasoned rapper. Like he's been doing this a while, and what I appreciate is in delivering these lines, you just said a word. It's like, like picking, I think you were talking about like picking your spots and everything. The key to me to delivering a conventional punchline in this day and age is you got to pick your spots. It's not enough to just end a line with a simile. Wayne is the pinnacle of that. I feel like after him, it was never the same again. He killed punchlines in a good way, to where it was never the same to me. But Cole does things here. I don't
think punchlines are all the way dead though, because Rock Marciano is very popular, even though he's fairly underground, and his style of rapping, there's sort of punchlines or like weird.
Well, right, but that's what you're listening for, though. I just mean in a mainstream sense. Like there was a time where that was what you were hearing.
Well, there was a time, the punchline rap era.
Right.
It was an era,
It was an era. It's the era that got me in this. I wouldn't be talking to you without that era, or that arrow, as we would say. Yeah, it's great to me that he's dissing these people with these 30-track albums. I love hearing when the rappers diss these new bloatware albums they put out. I love that this is 12 tracks.
Well, this is the same guy that introduced a lot of people to the concept of the streaming farm on his A Lot verse, right?
Cole?
Yeah.
Oh, right. He says in the verse. Right. Okay.
I mean, I think people who follow the music industry pretty closely knew about that stuff already, but I think he kind of opened it up to the normies. It's like, oh, they got streaming farms overseas where they're got rows full of cell phones streaming these albums and pumping up the plays and the streams and everything.
Right. You know, but the lines that stood out to me on first listen, he was like, M on your head, you Luigi brother now. I thought that was cool. Shells on the ground make the Easter Bunny proud. You know, bullets be humming like Cuddy. You know, it's like, there's some cool stuff in here, you know, and like, if any, you know what I'll say? Punchline rap has been replaced by caption rap, you know, like Instagram caption rap or, you know, moment rap, meme
And
rap.
I'll say
like
this,
things to yell out when the beat drops.
Of J. Cole, if Rock Marciano, who I just referenced earlier, said that exact same line, bullets humming like Cuddy, people would be loving that line. But because Cole said it, it's going to be, oh, this is corny.
That's sort of what you get, though, when you operate in a different space, which is funny because it's not like Cole can't operate in that space. He just happens to have built himself up to a mainstream level. So there's a different expectation for him.
Well, I guess it's like they look at it as like a dad joke from J. Cole, whereas they're like, oh, Rock just referenced the Cuddy.
He's aware of Kid Cudi and how he hums, you know? But at the same time, though, I think Rock Marciano's delivery of it would have been more deadpan, you know?
For sure. But it's just, you know, I think J. Cole sometimes gets knocked for a lot of the same stuff that other rappers would get praised for.
You know? Right.
Has the J. Cole Defender logged on? Is Moulz the J. Cole Defender?
Perhaps. I mean, I'm the J. Cole Defender too, but I defend as a fan and you defend as just, you know, a respecter. This is going to be, well, I can't call it. We haven't gotten that deep into it. Is this going to be a J. Cole defense episode?
I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to go in any direction that it takes us. I have my numbers already on the paper.
No, of course. Right.
You know, because Jay once said, put the number on your paper, you know? And I said, all right. Okay.
What? He said that?
Put this number on your paper. Because I would love to rate you. Rate. R-A-T-E.
Holler at me when you get off tour. Yeah, I mean, look, folks, this is the kind of track where I'm like, I don't want to hear these NyQuil Cole jokes, you dorks. Okay, this is the Cole I fell in love with. This is proof that he's not like boring. He's not the Eeyore of rap. All right, you know, like clearly he's energized. He's spitting in a slick manner. It's good stuff. Last note, yeah, like it seems to be a recent thing where it's like I don't know if I would say crunk and crunk elements are making a resurgence, but they're being like, you know, sprinkled in to songs. Like,
definitely.
You know, this whole
I mean, this Little
thing.
John stuff in here, you know.
Put your hood up.
I just got a real mid-2000s, early to mid-2000s vibe from the whole thing between like the potential You Don't Know sample, Cameron's involvement, Lil Jon, you know. What how old is J. Cole?
36, I believe.
Okay, he's actually older than me. I didn't know that. He's 2 years older than me. He's feeling nostalgic for the times, you know?
These would be, you know, his times on the come up, you know?
Well, good for J. Cole getting this flat 7 from Moulz. Look at us, J. Cole.
Oh, God. Yeah, you know, it's pretty much it. I like it a lot. I appreciate that the beat, you know, you never know what you're going to get. I wouldn't even call this a complete throwback beat, but I just appreciate that it's not the same
percussion and programming is not throwbacky. It's modern. It's contemporary. Right. But the elements that are brought in, the sample, Cam, Lil Jon, that's all throwbacky.
Yeah. Right. I'm appreciative because I was not expecting this album to start.
This is basically
like
trap percussion, which we'll hear again on the next 2 songs. So.
Right. So yeah, I'm done. We can move on if you ready.
I'm ready. I got the numbers on the paper.
Okay. Track 2, Amari.
Amari Stoudemire?
No, not him. He's isn't he like Jewish now or something?
He is. Well, not Jewish now. He's Jewish.
Has he always been?
No, he's Jew. If you become Jewish, it's not Jewish now. He's Jewish.
Well, I'm saying, was he before? How was it? Okay,
He
this might be.
converted, yeah, but he converted. He's Jewish.
Okay, so it's him and Whoopi. You know?
He's Jewish, okay?
Okay. No, I love it.
All right?
I love it.
We're on the same team, me and him.
Well, listen, you know, I love that team. I know you love my team.
A black guy and a Jewish guy.
Gilbert loves the team, you know? So let me tell you, this track, Amari, I want Amari because I give it a 7+.
Sorry to hear that. I give it a flat 6.
Oh, man. I think I know why. it would be a flat 6.
Well, why don't you worry about yourself and let me get into myself, you know?
All right, fine, all right.
You want to know why?
Yeah, I do.
Want to know why?
Don't do that.
Okay, so I wrote, the first thing that I'm greeted with is Spanish guitars, maybe, beat drops, and it's pretty hard. Second track with trap percussion. Cole doing some melodic sing-song rapping. Some flutes in the background during the verses. I dig this beat, but I'm just not feeling Cole on this one. Thought his approach on the last joint was more palatable. Song is kind of short at 2.5 minutes. That's all.
Wow, I was wrong. I was expecting you to respect the raps and not like the beat.
No, I don't like the sing-songy J. Cole on this. I like the beat, actually. I think this beat would have been better off given to, I don't know, another rapper.
Maybe I was doing some of that projecting I've been hearing about because, I mean, while I like the beat, it's cool. I prefer the previous one. And it's because this one's a little too contemporary for me right now. I'm burnt out on these types of beats, you know? They've been trapping me upside the head for like, you know, 5, 6, 7 years, you know, it's just, but it's cool. It's a cool beat. Again, he's keeping up the bar work, you know, good dope, leave a fiend crumping, made me laugh. But yeah, he's doing the new flows, you know, and I'm fine with it here. Later on in the album, it's going to start to wear out his welcome, you know.
I'm not happy with it here. It's nothing to do with the beat.
Okay. Huh,
it's just, I'm not a fan of his approach to it at all.
Well, the rapping definitely has me hyped up. The bars themselves, the way he's approaching the beat. I'm starting to think at this point, I'm like, okay, I think Cole, this might be his strongest thing in a minute. You know, I'm like, listen.
Well, I think we can talk about this now because it's something that I noted earlier before we started recording. He put out the back cover to the album with the track list on it, and he put out like a list of the producers on the album. Right. And to my knowledge, I mean, you're the J. Cole aficionado here. Is this his first album that he didn't do all the beats?
Well, he's had people either collaborate or maybe have a few production credits. Like, you know, if I'm not mistaken. But this seems to be the first one where it's, you know, the majority of the production is outsourced.
Right. So
you know?
My issue with J. Cole, by and large, on his albums is a lot of times that I wish he had more interesting sounding beats. Like, I don't think he's a bad producer, but I'd like to hear him switch it up a little bit. And a lot of times the beats come off feeling like a lot of the same. And I would have liked to hear, you know, J. Cole working with the producers of the moment, with the classic producers of the past. We never really got much of that.
Weren't you telling me you wouldn't have minded Cole and Primo?
Yeah, J. Cole and our good friend, Mr. DJ Premier.
Yeah, porn, sex, beats. You know?
So, you know, when I saw that this was going to be produced by a bunch of different people, I saw Jake One, Timbaland, Tay Beast, Boy Wonder, a few other people. Manish. Manish?
Yeah,
Manish.
He did the Views intro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay. That's what I'm talking about. And so far, that's what I'm talking about. I like the beats.
I mean, yeah, I was like, you know, maybe he sounds a bit reawakened because, you know, there's different production this time around. I mean, I was telling you on the phone, I like J. Cole as a producer. probably more than most people. But what I'll say is I never think to myself, you know what would be great? A J. Cole beat. Or like if J. Cole produced something. Like I would never go to him for a beat, but I've liked a ton of his beats. Which is an odd thing to realize.
But even something like Power Trip, which I think is
so that might be a genius beat.
Maybe my platonic ideal of like what a J. Cole song should sound like.
Right.
I think everything about it works. Mm-hmm. I think we're doing that album this season actually on the show.
Yeah, Born Sinner.
Yeah.
Wow. Spoiler.
As far as that song goes, terrific chorus. Miguel is great, but J. Cole adds to it. Like his melodic contributions to that song are great. The rapping is good. He stays on, he stays with the subject matter the whole way through. I think it's a well-produced record, but I almost think of the beat last when I'm thinking about all the things that I like about that song. It's not that he's a bad producer, but I think that oftentimes it's very middle of the road for me. And I'd like to hear what he could do with other people.
He's not a bad producer. I think he shines on his own stuff the best. And like, he doesn't have a sound that I would want to hear other people on. It's like, freaking was it High Power? Like, I don't think that's a great beat. It's fine.
Oh, he did that?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Probably did some other ones, but like, yeah, it's just like I'm cool with Cole. I like him as producer. I just never think to send him somewhere else.
I feel like he gets the job done instead of being outstanding a lot of times as a producer.
Yeah. He definitely has beats that I'm like, yeah, this is great. And even with that, I don't think about him as a producer. I think about him as a rapper. Why does he have to
do so much? I mean, so much of his catalog is self-produced.
Hey man, you rapped once in your past life. You know how hard it is to deal with these producers.
But you know what? Right. I was a more prolific producer than rapper, and I didn't make beats to rap on.
See, I did, and I get it because it's like it's a lot of times where it's like, yo, you can't make it yourself, or you ain't trying to pay, or it's
you got to get the whole. To me, if you're gonna rap, you got to get the whole rapper experience. You got to dig through beats.
Oh, I did. I got the rapper experience. It sucked. Why you think I'm doing this? Okay.
Well, same here. I'm not saying it was good. I'm just saying that was my approach. But anyway, I'm happy to hear that he's kind of backed away a little bit from that. And I was excited when I saw that there were a lot of producers involved in this. Usually, a bunch of different producers on an album is not always the best sign. It's almost a sign that the album is going to lack some sort of cohesion, perhaps. But I was looking forward to it this time around because I would say this will be a different, sort of viewing J. Cole through a different prism now.
It's a bit of a, I wouldn't say it necessarily is bad news for an album, but like the smorgasbord thing, it could hit, it could miss. Same thing though with one producer. I mean, because if you like that producer and you like their sound, then you're probably going to like the album. But if you don't, then you're just going to be listening to an album where you're probably not going to get any relief, through the whole duration. But yeah, this was a nice change of pace for him. God, I hate to be a basic boy and say this, but I got to make a daggone Dragon Ball Z reference real quick. It feels like a mystic J. Cole. It's like he went and got his potential unlocked through working with these other people. And he's back and he's like re-energized and he's strong, Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. He's talking about my assigned seat is the throne, lines like that, He's still, think about Cole, and I've heard this from people, and I've tested it out myself. Cole probably sounds at his best when you're in college or school. He always has those themes in his music, but it's just like that sort of, like I'm grinding, like I'm trying to make something of myself.
Well, what about the rest of us? What's left for the rest of us?
y'all just burn up. as they say around
Well,
here.
now I think he's growing with his audience. You know, he's going to put out this album, The Fall Off. You know, about becoming washed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I was looking forward to this. You know, I certainly consider myself washed, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I like it. 7+. You know, that's about it.
6 for me, but it's not the beat's fault.
Okay, well,
This one's squarely on Old J.
Old J. Okay, well, no, that's Sean Carter.
No, that's Young.
This is. I like that. That was good. That was slick. Moulz is quick, y'all. You know, it's one of his many talents. Yeah, you want to move on?
Please, I'm drinking a brisk right now. Actually,
oh, why?
I'm drinking
Listen,
water.
just because we say the brisk pace sponsored by Lipton doesn't mean we actually have to drink.
It's water. I'm not really drinking brisk.
Okay, right. That's what you're supposed to do. Never drink that. It's bad. All right.
Drink the water.
Yeah. Track 3, My Life. Well, My Life is probably like a 2-, but this song, 8-.
I got to give this a 6+. This is the first of 2 songs that I have this issue with. In my notes, I wrote, track opens up with some pretty dramatic soul sample that's a bit low in the mix. Beat drops. First, just some 808s. Then when J. Cole says he's working at Squarespace, the hi-hats, snares, and kicks start coming in. J. Cole back with that intro energy. Every beat so far has had trap percussion, but I like them all. Wait. Spoke too soon? They stole / interpolated Pharoah Monch's hook for My Life by Styles P. I hate when Cole, quote, pays homage like this one. 21 Savage with the uncredited cameo. It's a bit in line with his A Lot verse. It's cool, but not an exceptional 21 Savage guest feature. Yeah, there's a better version of this exact same chorus I could listen to. It's called My Life by Styles P. Close but no cigar. This is stolen property. He's done this before. I hate when he does it. It's the worst thing he does. Can we get a little bit of My Life by Styles P? Can you pull that up?
Look at him. Look at him trying to bury J. Cole.
He buried himself.
I thought you were the defender.
He buried himself.
No, you're the offender. You won't just let him pay homage in peace. You won't let him enjoy rap. Homage. Why are you even doing a show if you don't want people to enjoy rap?
I don't
know. You know you need money, just like me. So let's see. Pharaoh. I hate spelling Pharaoh.
It's Styles P, bro. My Life. Pharoah Monch just sings the hook.
All right, listen, you said Pharaoh first.
That's I said fault. His hook. He stole his hook from Styles P song. My Life.
Is it My Life or The Life?
My Life.
What? All right. Okay. I think I found it here. I hope I found it here. Okay, here we go. Man, what is this? Oh, okay.
My life. Pharoah Monch. I had told him. Holiday styles. Double R. Raucous records. Pharoah talk to him. Let him try to understand. Let him try. Let him try that. My life is all I have. My rhymes, my pen, my pad. And I done made it through the struggle, don't judge me. What you say now won't budge me. Cause where I come from, so often, people you grew up with are laying in a coffin. But I done made it through the pain and strife. It's my time now, my world, my life is based on.
Come on,
you
J.
know
Cole,
what? This actually, hold on. This helps Moray, who's singing the hook on the J. Cole song. Okay, so here's him? Why. Say what?
It helps him?
It helps him. Here's why. So I introduced you to Moray because I heard the song Quicksand. I sent it to him. Like, it was good.
Quicksand. I like that one.
You heard it. You were like, yeah, it's cool. And I was like, I like this guy. I'm gonna be looking forward. to him put out a project. He put out a project. I listened to it. The issue is he, as we've talked about off air, is a what we consider to be a Pain rapper. Okay, him, Rod Wave, YNW Melly, people of that nature, they fit into the Pain mold. Now they said, Mel, you sound like a 4chan incel. Are you trivializing the black man's pain? I said, first of all,
And you ain't black.
second of all, I am black. And third of all, it's become a trope. So I think I'm allowed to be like, all right, yeah, your pain. We all got pain. It's fine to have pain. Just you gotta do more with the pain, And sometimes that's just it. Like, we're just presented with the pain and that's it. So he came on. I'm like, oh, Murray. What do they say the kids? I love this for him. It's a hometown connection. They're both from Fayetteville. So I'm like, this is great. I was hoping that this would happen. Cole's a solid guy. He heard about Murray, put him on track. And he started singing. He was like, my pain. I'm like, oh, it's pain. But now that I've heard this, I'm like, oh, he's just singing the lyrics.
But this Styles P song is like almost 20 years old, man.
I mean, hey, you ain't my fault you old. Okay? I'm young. I'm still out here. I'm moving.
Moray does not do justice to it. He changes the melody.
I think he sounds just fine.
He sounds terrible, quite frankly.
This is a different key. Why wouldn't he change the melody? Would you want him to sing out of key?
Because he doesn't want to get sued.
He wasn't getting sued. You don't think Cole cleared this?
Nah.
All right, well, listen, I'm going to pull up the credit. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to pull up those blasted streaming services. And I'm going to tell you right now if Styles P and Pharaoh Monch are in the writer credit for this.
I got to see. I got to see it for myself with my own two eyes.
Okay, let's see. My
Thievery.
Wife, show credits. Okay, it says performed by J. Cole, written by J. Cole, produced by Jake One, J. Cole, and Wu Ten. Okay, so what? He didn't put him in the writer credit. Maybe Spotify's lacking. I don't think J. Cole's the kind of guy.
No, he changed the key so he wouldn't get sued. I used to work for a company that made music for television.
So you the ops is what you're saying.
I used to work for a company that made music cues for television. And what they would do is they would take popular songs and they would change the key and they would have like redone kind of bootleg versions of those instrumentals. So they would avoid having to pay royalties and getting sued.
Well,
but J. Cole's paying homage, right? This is paying homage. You don't even give the guys a writing credit.
First of all, Spotify can't be trusted.
I'm shocked that you told me this is Moray because I like that Moray Quicksand song that you sent me. I thought this was just generic R&B guy number 726. I mean, I just thought he pulled one of these guys out of the shed. It was like, I need you to do some thievery for me. Yeah, where they keep all the generic R&B guys.
Well, listen, I thought it was just fine. And
you love
I'm
thievery.
sorry that I wasn't aware.
You love thievery. You historically love thievery.
No, I don't. I historically have never loved thievery. This is not true. In fact, I'll tell y'all a story real quick. One time, I was in the store with my dad, and I picked up a Hallmark card because I like to read things in the store, And I was, like 8, 9, 7, something like that. And I read it, and I was like, okay, that was probably like a 5+. And then I kept holding on to it because we were walking around the store. I wasn't in the Hallmark aisle anymore. So we get to the front. He checks out. We leave. He get in the car. We're driving away. I look down in my hand. I realize I'm still holding the card. I guess no one noticed, me included. And I freaked out. I started crying because I thought I was a thief. Okay? And I told my dad, I'm like, yo, I stole the card. And he's like, it's all right. It's whatever. But I was a mess, bro. So to sit up here
no, you don't
on Rap
want to
Rankings,
steal. No, you
first
don't
listen
want
to
steal.
album reviews and say that I love thievery.
Because I'm not saying you're a thief. I'm not saying you like stealing. You don't want to get in trouble.
I like when other people steal.
You love that. You love when other people steal. And you love when the new steals from the old. Oh, it happened 20 years ago. Who cares? You just said Moray.
I didn't say who cares. I never said that.
You just said Moray you just said he was a Pain rapper.
He is a Pain.
Oh, so he's a Pain now.
I said he was a Pain. He's a Pain, and that was what disappointed me about the album. Because hearing Quicksand, I'm like, okay, I like this.
Pain, I prefer T-Pain, personally. That's the kind of Pain that I want.
He's Pain, too. That's my preferred Pain, I think. T-Pain?
He's Pain.
Any other Pains? Major Pain is cool.
Sure.
Alan Payne is alright.
Who? Ellen Payne?
No, Alan Payne, the actor.
Who is
that? Name?
Who's Alan Payne?
Alan Payne. He kind of looks like Childish Gambino.
Alan Payne? Who the fuck is Alan Payne?
Jason's Lyric. He was he played Lance Rodman on the Cosby Show during his final 2 seasons, apparently. He was in Vampire in Brooklyn. He was Detective Justice.
I'm still drawing a blank on this guy.
CB4. Oh, I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, and I'm black. That's him.
Okay,
that's Alan Payne. Okay, there we go. Whew, we figured it out. You know.
I love CB4,
and you ain't black.
Yeah.
It's coming to Blu-ray next month.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Look at that. Well, hey, listen. You love CB4.
I love CB4 and I love CBG. What up to our good friend CBG?
Oh, CBG. Shout out to CBG. He might be listening right now.
I think he is. He said he was excited to hear this one.
Okay. Well, listen. A-. I like Murray on here. I apologize. J. Cole did, in fact, not credit them according to Spotify.
You're right. I apologize. Exactly. J. Cole.
No, J. Cole.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Stop it. Don't try to
J. Cole for this one.
Oh. I disagree. This is whatever 21 Savage. I think it's as good as any of his verses. The boys talking about
his verses are usually like so entertaining. This was just whatever.
I thought this one was very entertaining. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I want to say this. I need to say this, actually.
You know what? I'm about to say it.
21 Savage is one of the best rappers alive today. That is what I believe. Because
alive
21
or
Savage
actively putting out music, meaning like still has a heartbeat.
Okay, right. Great catch. Actively releasing music.
Okay.
Because there are plenty of great rappers still alive. Not to say he's no longer a great rapper by that, broadening of the scope, but I'm saying, I mean,
keep in mind,
active
like, Rakim
rappers,
is still alive. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm sorry. Thank you for helping me clarify. Okay. He's one of the best rappers actively participating in the rap game. Here's what he has, bro. He has humor. He has a unique presence, and he has a look. It's a knife. He's a star.
I like 21 Savage.
I know you do.
I thought I Was maybe the best rap album of 2019.
Wow.
Maybe. And I haven't gone back to it very much, but I really enjoyed it. Okay? 21 Savage.
I revisited it a few weeks ago.
I've called him the modern day king of the guest verse.
You have called him that.
This is not up to par with, say, his Bartier Cardi verse or his Creeping Through the Window verse, Travis Scott, right? Come on, he comes through and he kills the songs.
The man said, what do you say? It was the first listen. So I was writing as I was listening. He was talking about like, I got a good heart, so I send a teddy bear when I make they mamas cry. That's hilarious. That is hilarious to me. There's a quote here. This is definitely a bar. I disrespect you respectfully. I love it.
They're just not. This is like a 7 for a 21 Savage verse, and he usually drops 8.
I will accept that.
He usually drops 8 on his features. His features are like where he sort of distills everything into its purest form.
He's one of the greatest. If you play those fantasy sports games, like the value you will get from a 21 Savage addition to your lineup is great. Okay, he's putting up consistently.
I was upset, Mel. I thought J. Cole rapped well on the song. I liked the beat. I thought 21 Savage did well as well. I do not like this chorus, and the fact that it's not even just thievery, but it's a butchering is just, it doesn't sit well with me.
Well, get up. Start standing. All right,
stop sitting. I'm doing this fucking first listen shit.
Oh, that's right. Okay, my bad. Well, I ain't got nothing else left to say. It's A- for me. I like everyone on here. And
by the way, why is it the same title as the Styles P song?
Because he's not trying to hide it,
No, he is, because he didn't credit them.
No, that's Spotify. I'm saying they could have made a mistake, bro. It just released. You can't trust Spotify anyway.
I'm not a member of that coalition, but I don't know. I don't like what's happening here. And I never like when he does this. I don't like when he does it with Outkast or Tribe or anyone. Just stop doing this shit.
Oh, man.
Too much. You're not game. Cut it out. Stop remaking songs. You're not fucking Harry Fraud. Like, what are you doing? Cut it out.
I appreciate the part about I can't be out here mopping up Wendy's. Not that there's anything wrong with mopping up Wendy's, but I'm just saying.
I would mop up Wendy's. I like some stuff at Wendy's. No, I would work there one day a week. I will eat at
Wendy's.
I would work there one day a week for free food.
Do it.
One day a week. One day a week. You have no respect for the working class.
That's false. Problem. I am the working class. I deliver food.
All right.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is I've tried to work jobs where like I'm not mobile like that, and I'll have panic attacks. You know me. I was working at Academy for 1 week and it killed me.
If you don't have a job where someone's asking you to get something out of the freezer for them, then you ain't got a job.
What kind of logic is that?
I heard it at school.
Oh my God.
Just do the next song. All right?
Let's do the next song. Let's get back
to business.
Yeah, John Moran, I'm on my Grizzly. Here we go. All right.
John Moranks. We're on our first listen Grizzly. Let's go.
Let's go. Track 4, Applying Pressure. Okay. Well, 7+.
Moulz Mel connect 7+.
Oh, would you look at that? Okay, after a brief spat, Moulz Mel back on the same page. Here
We're back on the same page. It's not our fault. Listen, I blame Moray on the last one, and I blame J. Cole on Amari. But we're back to business here. Finally, the drum programming has switched up.
I wrote it's hip hop.
Yeah, I wrote, my God, the boom bap man is in the building. The first non-trap percussion beat thus far. Cole spittin'. This is what I like. LMAO at David East. J. Cole a Jesse Fairfax fan. Cole calls himself a wavy Hideo Kojima. Some of these bars are hard. Yes.
I see. I didn't catch that.
Some of these bars are hard. Not gonna lie. This is an awesome J. Cole album cut. Exactly what I want to hear from him. Good energy and tone from Cole. Very few, if any, clunky bars, and the beat is scratching that itch. 7+.
How would you say he successfully applied pressure?
He applied the fucking pressure for sure. It's kind of in line with the outro from the last album, which I liked a lot.
At 1985, I arrived.
See, this is how this is paying homage in a good way.
Okay. All right. Well,
it's an original record in the spirit of an old school record.
Right. Which I agree. That's the way to do it if you're going to do it. You know?
Stop rapping on the beats and doing the same choruses. Come on, man. We lived through this already.
This man does a show called Rap Rankings and says, stop rapping on the beats.
And doing the choruses. Beat tape rankings coming soon.
Well, we already know, if we were to do that, we already know what's number 1.
We know. Big Donuts. What do you got to say about this one? Are you ready? Are you ready for this hip hop?
I am. I tell you, listen, he was touching my soul. That struggle. I love when Cole gets on. One of the hallmarks of Cole is making you feel that he makes great rap to struggle to. You know, he was like, that was me in 08 seeing no cake. I'm like, yeah, that was me too in 08. What was I doing? I was definitely seeing no cake. Maybe snack cakes, frosted fudge cakes. But it was a rough year. I was 15, you know. I was seeing no cake. Mo M's in the Real Slim Shady video. That was cool. Listen, here's a line, bro. Okay. The what do I call him? The Twitter communists, the Twitter socialists, they gonna hate that line about if you broke and clowning a millionaire, the joke is on you. They not gonna like that. But here's the thing, folks. He gets it. Cole gets it. Relax, comrade. Because you can't, he says the very next line, he acknowledges like you can't get to that sort of stature without moving foul. He knows America's a sham.
This joke might just be for Hakatir and Cam is like. But
which joke?
You said comrade. All right, listen. Conrad Thompson gets into the leftist podcast game and becomes Comrade Thompson. Thank you very much. That was for 2 people. 2 people.
Wow. They're going to be mad at that. You know, he's sending
At
Indy
the
keep your
joke?
pockets
It was
empty.
a classic joke.
No, not your joke. I think they'll laugh at your joke. They'll be mad at J. Cole's joke, you know, about, you know, clowning millionaires. And the joke is on you, you know, because they love dunking on millionaires and billionaires. Let me tell you what about this dunking on people. Y'all can't dunk. First of all, y'all would get like, you know, stop dunking on people, first of all. And this is not a defense of millionaires and billionaires. I'm saying all y'all want to do is dunk on people.
Bootlicker mouth.
Don't bootlick me, okay? This is about dunking, all right? Y'all, you a leftist white woman that's like, I don't know, probably
Who are
like
you talking to
5'2".
right now?
I don't know. This is a character in my head. You like 5'2". You can't jump 2 feet off the ground, okay? And you talk about dunking on people. You a white dude who probably said nigger when you were like 12, okay? And now you feel ashamed. I'm not buying it, okay? Stop trying to dunk on people.
What rap writer are you talking about right now, Mel?
See, but the fact that you said that, you know what's going on, okay? Y'all think you these weak dunks, okay? You barely grazing the rim, all right? And this is my dog. You know he's my dog, but these are Steph Curry dunks, okay?
All I gotta say is this, okay? On that subject, for that matter, okay? Is that say what you want about the man, say what you want about his music.
Oh, hold on. Keep going.
But Troy Ave is a real one for slapping the shit out of Drew Millard. I said it.
No, don't fade out Kevin Gates. We need that.
No, we need that. Hey. I said it and I meant it. All right,
wow.
He was. Okay. Listen, Troy Ave is the realest ever. At least the day he smacked the shit out of Drew Millard.
Look, I don't know that Drew Millard. I don't know that, man. Okay, but
look, okay, talk to me, Pop. That's what he said.
Oh man, listen.
Okay. Yo, man.
No,
my man, you got me stressed out, man.
Oh, let me pull it up. I guess that's what Troy Ave ran up on him and said. You know. And before assaulting him, he said this.
What's up, man? Yo, man, talk to me, my man. What's going on out here, bro? Everyone's stressing me out.
You know, and then he punched him. And then that was that. And they tried to keep it under wraps, but people gossip in that industry.
The best day, one of the best days in hip hop history. Hip hop took the streets. Right. No, listen, the streets took back some credibility that day. Okay, because
from the white journalists.
That's right. You know, the streets had to take back some credibility that day, and it was a monumental day. It was honestly the day that whole movement got punched in the face. You know?
Man. Well, actually, I know what day that was, but this is not
okay.
This is not. We don't
this ain't
know.
The
this
Fox
is not
rankings.
Gossip rankings.
But listen,
we watched him from the outside. That's why we talk about them this
when
way.
Troy Ave
and we didn't want to be on the inside, to be clear. You know, this is part of why I left, because I'm like, this is who's running this. I don't like these people.
Said, yo, my man, talk to me, man.
Yeah, man. Look, you said something. It reminded me when we just did the Drake episode. I was trying to remember the song I had heard out in town, and I was like, this is one of those like convenience stores. It was "Say What You Need to Say, Say What You Need to Say."
John Mayer.
What was that song?
Is that John Mayer?
John Mayer. Say what you need to say. You know?
What you need to say. What do you need to say?
You know, I don't even know what he needs to say. You know, I think "Belief" by John Mayer is better, but this is not John Mayer rankings. Anyway, listen,
is J. Cole the John Mayer of rap?
Haven't heard enough John Mayer to comment on that.
Folks, call in 718-635-0743. Is J. Cole the John Mayer of hip hop?
That's a real number, by the way. That's our hotline, folks. Call in, leave a message. We found out you can text too, which is great. Saves you time. You know, yeah, text yes or no. We'll know. You know, actually, no. I'm gonna be a teacher. Show your work. Yes or no, and why. Okay. Yeah, but listen, the Twitter people, they gonna hate that line. Just relax, though. Relax. Don't do this again.
Listen,
okay?
This is hip hop, baby. What about Slick Rick? You know.
What about him? What
he wore all the jewels, you know.
Yeah, but that was a different time.
He called people peasants. It's
as you said in the past. That was back when capitalism was good. Now it's out of control.
Entertainment, bro. That's all it is.
I know. You ain't got to tell me.
It's entertainment, okay?
It's for show entertainment. They said, Mel, are you a capitalist? I said no. They said, Mel, are you a socialist? I said
who
no.
would identify?
They said, Mel, are you one of those centrists? I said no. I'm not
First of all, who would identify as a capitalist? Hello, I am a capitalist.
That's right. That's a good point. Look, we're gonna turn into one of them politico podcasts.
We're saving that. Comrade Thompson. We're all gonna get in on the grift. Trust me.
Yeah, listen, he's talking that good talk. He's energized. It's like you said, it's like track one. That energy's back. And I love his talking at the end. Just the riffing and ranting and banter. Talking about bitch is the difference. Okay, I'm gonna get that drop. You know, I might have to get that drop for you for the daggone track 3 in my life. Okay, bitch is the difference. All right.
Yeah, difference between good and bad. In terms of songs named My Life, since you're deciding to bring that up again, I thought we moved on. The best song named My Life is by Billy Joel. The second best song named My Life is by Styles P. The third best song named My Life is by Melvin Birch. The fourth best song named My Life is not by J. Cole. It's by The Game and Lil Wayne. The fifth best My Life is gotta not be this one. This might be like the 10th.
Maybe Mary J. Blige.
Oh, just put that over the Lil Wayne and Game one at least, and maybe even Melvin Birch.
I respect that.
So this one's not even a top 5 My Life. Hey guys, stop calling songs My Life.
Wow.
So many songs.
The opposite
My
of
Life.
Get a Life. It's I guess like
Lil Wayne's got a song called Get a Life.
Oh yeah, on Rebirth, right?
On Rebirth, it's great.
All right. Well, this is the rebirth of J. Cole so far. I would say I ain't got nothing else to say about track 4.
All right, well, let's go to track 5.
Track 5, Punchin' the Clock.
Before we go to track 5, let's just not forget when Troy is.
Listen to this guy. Jesus, man.
Did he punch him or did he smack him?
I think he punched him.
Oh, listen, that's even better. Listen, that's even better. Okay.
You know.
Bow.
Bow.
All right. What's next?
All right. Track 5, Punchin' the Clock.
Oh shit, Punchin'. We're back.
Look at that. Look at this synergy. You know.
Am I Hawaiian? Because we're punching all over the place.
Oh God, that. You know what? I need a groan soundbite. That's what we need. Oh, you know, Hawaiian Punch not good, but I'm gonna give Hawaiian Punch a 4.
It's the brisk iced tea of fucking juices for sure.
Thick. What's the word? Viscous.
It's viscous. Yeah. That's what JR used to say when the blood, the Gangrel and the Brood would do the blood. They would never say blood. They said that viscous, that viscous fluid.
Well, would you look at that viscous fluid coming down the face of Gangrel? You know. Listen, this ain't beverage rankings, but it's a 4. This has been discussed. I've seen it before. Luckily, I think people know this. But Punchin' the Clock, appropriately titled 6+.
Wow. Disagree. Flat 7. Ding me, baby. The coal man is back. The coal miner is here. My notes, another short joint, 1 minute, 53 seconds. This beat sounds like a cross between the RZA and Organized Noise. I can dig it. It's like the last joint, Cole right in that lane that I enjoy. Some storytelling from Cole on here. It's a nice, quick, short, sweet record. I overall enjoy this song. This is another example of you can pay homage, whatever, to the legends and not directly bite shit from them. You just make shit in the spirit of what they made. I like this one, Mel. You don't like the storytelling on here?
There's better storytelling later, actually. I think 3 tracks later. Is 3 tracks later? Actually, no, maybe there isn't. Disregard. But this one, yeah, he's punching the clock, man. He's just like, it feels like he's just, another day going through the motions, going to work. It's like,
you're in hip hop. This is a hip hop.
Nah, look, the beat wasn't doing as much for me. It felt like it slowed down the momentum of the album. It just kind of passed by me. Maybe I got to, it's the first listen. And the thing about these first listens too is, usually I don't go out in the car to do this because I have to be, in front of something to take notes. So I only heard this in headphones. Maybe all this will be different when I get to the car, So it's a 6+. It's right there. It's just,
we listened to KOD his last album, we listened to it together over Skype when it came out. And I recall you not liking very much of it at all.
Yeah, initially I wasn't in love with it. And it went up considerably throughout the months. To where I think it's an underrated J. Cole album. I think people, didn't appreciate. I know the whole thing was like they didn't like he's preaching, he's beating us over the head, kids on drugs. Like, no, I don't look at it like that. I appreciate the emotionality of it.
I wasn't a big fan of it, but I love that outro.
Outro's good.
And I like that.
I play
Count
that. Brackets is one of my favorite J. Cole songs.
Count it.
So
Count it up. What's that
count
one?
It. Count it as
Count
ATM.
It? I like that. I think I like it though because the video tricked me. He's on the roller coaster.
Oh, the video's great. That was a throwback to that's one
of my favorite modern day music videos. Actually,
yeah,
it kind of sold me on the record because at first I only liked the outro of that album.
Okay.
I mean, who knows? It could change. I haven't listened to the album in full since it came out.
Brackets is great. One Fanatic is great. Friends is great. Yeah. There's another one. There's a lot of. It was great. I like the album, but this one is a 6+. 6+. I ain't got really much else to say. It was the first listen. It just felt like
it's punching the clock. It's less than 2 minutes.
Right. So we can move it along. Track 6, 100 Mil. I was on the what is it? The 7 minus. Yeah, the fence.
Okay.
There we go. That's
6 minus for me.
Oh, wow. What's with these sound bites fading out? No, we need the full buzz. There we go.
Yeah. You know what this reminded me of?
What's that?
That love me, love
me.
It's very damnish.
Would you still love me?
This is J. Cole on his damn shit. He's trying to get a little bit of that damn money.
I could see that.
I wrote another soul sample is low in the mix to open up, not unlike My Life. He's starting off by rapping like he does on Amari. There's a bunch of referee whistles in the beat. Trap percussion is back. I think he's rapping a little more on here than Amari, but it's almost too damnish, just saying the Kendrick-ish. I'm feeling major, this doesn't belong on this album vibes from it. He's talking about how come this redacted ain't enter his prime, 100 mil, and he's still on his grind. I don't care about the subject matter.
Okay, I respect that. Speaking of the subject matter, though, one line definitely stood out to me. It was the Michael B. Jordan line. And it's not because I thought it was a good line.
I've been already seeing some people on Twitter quoting that line in particular.
Well, I know why they might be doing it. So there was a Drake week recently, Lucky Lefty. And he says this. So he said that in that song. J. Cole says this almost as if he heard it first, and it's a direct response because he says something to the effect of if Michael B. Jordan called my bitch, she ain't gonna answer or something.
Right.
She's gonna keep it locked down. So I'm like, is this a Drake diss?
Is a rapper it just playful competition? To another rapper's leaks considered almost vanity searching in a way?
That's a good question. I think there are two things that could have happened here. Either he heard the leak and he's just doing playful competition because their friend, they were in the Ghosty No Casper. Remember when they were that video short clip of him and Drake riding around a couple years ago?
I just for some reason I can't remember a short video clip of Drake and J. Cole riding around talking about we're Ghosty and a Casper. It must have just slipped by me.
It was just Drake. And he looked like he might have been a little blim, and Cole was kind of the embarrassed teen, and Drake was
Cole
dad
the designated driver.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's they were in the car. Here it is. Wait, is this it? I don't know. Is it?
Hey, yo, you know what I mean? Who would have thunk it, man? Huh? In the ghosty, man. Terrible. No Casper, man. No Casper. Out here.
Yeah, so they were just in a car together, hanging out.
Drake.
So they are
I
like they're cool as far as I
worry
know.
about Drake. He gets too blem for his own good.
You know what I saw on that daggone Kanye and you can vouch for me. I've been floating this idea for years. I saw the other night, they were like, is Drake an alcoholic? Haven't I been saying this for like months, maybe
listen,
years now?
I preed the ting, okay?
You preed it, right? He's always with a spritzer or something. You know, I'm worried about him. You know? This is the same man he told us never get sloppy drunk, but alcohol is problem solving. Well, at the time I believed you. Now I don't know, man. Now I don't know. I think you're in denial. I'm serious. They think I'm being funny. No, it's not funny. I don't want him to be addicted to the spritzers.
Now I knew that he, you know, he might have a little bit of a problem with alcohol, but. You know, I've always felt like, whatever, it's not really for me to speculate on.
It's not. Like, I'm not going to concern myself with another man's drinking habits. I don't even drink.
Well, this is what worries me, though. This new thing with him and the candles, I'm worried he's going to get drunk, the candles burning, like the whole compound's going to burn down. I'm very nervous about this. Better world. It's just like, it's going to be so ironic if something like that happens. I worry about the inclusion of candles into his life.
40 shows up, Drake's on the lawn, like sobbing. It's, you know, it's like just smoke and ashes. The firefighter is like, yo, Drake, what happened? And he's like, yo, 40, I went to sleep and the whole thing just burnt down, bro. It's just, I don't know, man. I was a little too blim. He's like, Drake, blim? You burnt your house down. He's like, I know. It's hard, you know? It's hard being on top of the game.
He had all four of the Better World fragrance candles burning. One of them tips over or something.
He looks 40 dead in the eye. I know which one did it. It's like, what? It's like, which candle? It was the Carby Musk. You know? Like, it's just... Yeah, look. Please be okay, Drake. I'm serious. Don't, you know... I'll always say this because it seems like every time I see you now in public, you've got a drink. That's the only reason I say this.
Hey, even if he did, it's none of my business, but the candle stuff worries me big time.
You know? I want one of the candles. They're too expensive, though. I'm a big candle man, but I can't drop $80. I'm broke. I'm a broke boy.
$80?
It's like $80, bro.
For a candle?
Yeah. You know?
No,
There's Carby Musk,
know.
Sweeter Tings. There's and it's like I forgot the other ones.
No, candles are like $4 to $12.
The ones I buy are usually like 12 to like 25.
Look at this guy, 12 to 25.
Yeah, you know.
Look at this guy. He claims he's part of the working class. He's got eyes on $80 candles. He's buying $12 to $25 candles. Meanwhile, the captain, you know, 4 to 12.
Listen, okay, I don't think. Hold on, I'm gonna do something for them. You know,
they can't smell what you're cooking over.
No, they're not gonna smell it, but they finna hear it. This is like the Wayne lighter flick. Well, check this out. You hear that crackle?
No. Okay.
Nah, you hear that, right?
Yeah, I heard a little crack. A little crack.
That's that wood.
You know what that was? That was Troy Ave.
What? Anyway, yeah, I don't know if J. Cole is knowing Cole and him and Drake's relationship, probably just playful competition.
But it's weird. It's like you're listening to
or maybe Drake
bit
him. I don't know. Maybe he heard this. He played it for Drake and Drake bit him. I don't know.
Nah, it's more likely that the song that was available that you heard. It's weird though. It's like you're looking at my leaks. Like it's like going like it's weird. It's like,
why are you checking out my leaks, bro?
You know, like that's not cool, right?
Like I mean, in that case, he's like, "Yo, Cole, I could have just sent it to you." It's like, "Yeah, no, man, but you know," and it's just Who knows? Who knows what happened? But yeah, 7 minus. I mean, it could drop. It's contemporary flows over a contemporary beat.
Not feeling that.
I wouldn't argue that he's talking about putting Ville on the map. Definitely not debatable as far as I'm concerned. Definitely. That's all him. The first time I ever heard of Fayetteville, North Carolina was because of J. Cole.
You don't know about Joe Fayetteville?
Stop it. There is no Joe Fayetteville. Okay.
He's a local legend.
Okay. So much of a legend they named the city after him. Right? Okay. I'm gonna actually type this in because you never know what this is. Joe Fayetteville. Okay, yeah, no, he's lying, folks. All right, that's all I gotta say.
I've been found out, I must say. What's next?
Track 7, Pride is the Devil. Did not tell you when we were looking at the track list. I was like, I got a feeling I'm not gonna like this one. Well, I was right. 6+.
Wow, I do like this one. Flat 7.
It could go up, and if it does, it's because I like this beat a lot.
Yeah, I wrote interesting beat. Has the Spanish guitar and sound.
Sounds like a Mel's Wacky scenario. Sounds like me getting a rare B- in Spanish 3. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, this one kind of calls back to the sound of Amari, but the drum programming is different. Feels Drake-ish. Speaking of Drake. I think I actually dig this one I wrote. Need more time with it. But yeah, this is the one melodic turn from Cole so far that I've enjoyed. And I feel like he pulled it off. Who's this guy rapping at the end? Lil Baby?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I didn't know either until I knew it was him for sure. This is how you know that I don't listen to the new rap. I'm not that old. I'm 28, folks. So it's like I'm kind of. It feels like
this guy's kind of past. This guy's. I have a bit of a blind spot for this guy. I haven't really.
I've heard more than 10 Lil Baby songs, but the thing is, like, I wasn't sure. I don't know his voice that well to pin him down, but I was like 90% sure it was him. And then he said the bigger picture. I'm like, yep, that's him. That's definitely him.
What I'll say about it is that I think his performance matched the song well.
Yes.
Matched the beat and the style of the record that J. Cole was going for here. Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I really didn't have a lot of time to catch all the things Cole was saying, but he was saying a lot about, like, pride is this, pride is that.
And I was right. I was right in predicting that's what it was going to be about. Here's the thing, folks. All right. First off, I don't have pride. Okay. And look, I know what you're thinking. Everybody has pride. I'm not saying I'm devoid of it, but the pride in which that Cole's referring to and that most people, I don't have that. Ask Moulz. I'm shameless. Okay. And I ain't even gonna keep talking because I know y'all ain't gonna believe me. But here's the thing. What he's talking about is true. I do see examples of how pride can be someone's downfall in the world and life all the time. It definitely exists. But that's the thing. I don't debate the sentiment. I don't need a song about it. We discuss this all the time on the show. Like, I don't need this song.
Sure,
I don't need to be told
because of the beat and because of, like, his cadence and sort of the melody that he took, like that sort of melodic approach that's taken here, the lyrics are secondary to me. They seem like they're going for a little, some sort of concept about the different definitions of pride, but I wasn't really focusing too much on the lyrics. I was really enjoying the music here.
So you were enjoying the vibes.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I agree. You say like you need more time. I definitely need more time with it. This
one immediately, like by the time I heard it, I was like, all right, there's something a little different about this production, but I don't want to just give it a 7 because I like the beat. I need something to work for me here. And like you, I was a little worried about the, concept of this record, but that was all secondary to his delivery. So I liked his delivery here.
You know what I'm going to say? And shameless plug. The better Pride-centric song to me, they're going to say Kendrick. No, I don't like that album. Check out the review we did. I don't like Damn. My main man, King LJ, he's got a song called Pride that I think is pretty good. They said, Mel, are you shilling your friends on the show? I said, no, he's been on the show. Okay. And I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. Okay. Check out Pride by King LJ. This is a better song about Pride.
Hey, if you like that, check out his newest project, Some Raps 2, produced by yours truly.
Ah, is he one of your new producers? Yours truly?
No, me, Mel. Moulz. I sent LJ some old beats that I had lying around that I was kind of upset no one ever got on, and I thought, hey,
from back in your days as a producer.
Yeah, so this is not a long con. I'm not actively.
You always have to
music
remind
right
them
now.
this is not a long con. We don't want to be in the music industry as artists anymore.
I was just helping out a friend. That's all.
You know,
he had an open call on Facebook for beats. I said, hey, why don't I send him all the good stuff that I have that no one ever rapped on?
right? You know, that's
And
Some Raps 1. He was rapping on some of my old beats.
Yeah,
you know?
So check those out. Some Raps 1 and 2.
To be clear, I think Some Raps 2 has better production. I prefer your beats to my beats because, you know, I don't think I was a great producer. I would go like, you know, I would say probably somewhere between 5 to 10% of my beats were good.
Wow.
But anyway, Lil Baby actually said something that stood out to me. I think I said this on the last First Listen review, the Jack Harlow, because he was on that Face of My City. As a solo artist, I seem to not care for him, but I have to admit, like, I've enjoyed him on like every feature he's done. Like, he is a good. People always say, "Oh, Baby like him, can rap," you know, right?
In smaller doses, basically.
Right. I don't want whole songs from him, but yes, I acknowledge that Baby can rap because apparently that's all you need to know how to do.
I've yet to form an opinion on this guy. I have no interest thus far in doing so.
So you're a 5. He's a 5 to you.
Yeah, I feel no ways about him. I don't have any disdain for him, and I don't think I've heard enough of him to say that I'm a fan.
I would say he's like a 6+ for me.
I mean, I heard his big song last year, The Bigger Picture, but I never heard the album it came off of. I heard the entire Drip Harder with him and Gunna.
Yeah, I couldn't make it through that.
That was a rough project for me. So after that, I was kind of just like not really checking for dude, but he's been all right on the features I've heard him on.
I've heard him be great on features, but
he's floating around like a 5 to a 6 for me.
Yeah, he's a 6+ for me as an artist, and I've heard features from him that go like, 7+, maybe 8- territory. This is like probably a 7+. I mean, he says the line that stood out. It's not a crazy line. I'm addicted to promethazine. It's crazy, and I know it. But not to be a white journalist and, overanalyze it and talk about, the gripping honesty and vulnerability of Baby. Like, no, I'm just saying it stood out to me because it was just like, it happened so quick. It was like, I think, I don't think he would say it if he wasn't, experiencing it. It'd be a weird thing to fabricate. But I was like, wow, that was pretty revealing, and I got sad because I'm like, man, look, I'm addicted to stuff too. I'm addicted to Red Bull. I'm addicted to Rab, this show, I'm addicted to smut. Everybody knows about me. But 6+ for the song could go up. Definitely could go up. I need more time with it. So that's all I got. We'll move on.
Sure.
Track 8, Let Go My Hand. Let me tell you, for me, it's a 7+.
Wow, the Moulz might be the real J. Cole, man. Situation. Flat 8.
Wow. Well, I originally gave this an 8-, and then I downgraded it because I was looking at my previous ratings, and I'm like, this could go back up to an 8 on repeat listens.
Okay.
But, I was just trying to compare within the stuff I'd given 8 so far on the album.
I like this beat a lot. We're back in my bag beat-wise. I like the sax that's in there. I think this is, at this point, I can say is the best produced J. Cole album I've ever heard.
Okay.
On this record, Cole's musings on being a dad, his career, his life are poignant, and they hit me in the heart. This might be one of Cole's best songs. I'm majorly feeling this one. Gets a bit meandery in the last minute or so, but I feel confident in this 8.
I think that's part of why I downgraded it too.
It gets a little loopy and noodly at the end.
I think is that James Fauntleroy singing? Maybe
it's Fauntleroy-ish.
Okay.
It's not even bad. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, why is this happening right now?
Right.
doesn't fit necessarily with the rest of the record. But he talked about Diddy. I guess he got into a fight with Diddy or something. I wasn't able to catch.
So here's the thing. I didn't know. Maybe I knew about that and forgot. But yeah, I guess that's something that happened.
Yeah. I'm not really like into the gossip stuff more so than like when he's talking about his son saying, you know, this is where the title of the song came from. Let Go My Hand. He's talking about his son getting older and stuff like that. And it's nice, you know? I like what he was saying on here. Like, I felt like this is a really emotional record from him. So
yeah,
this would be, for me personally, my highlight of the album.
Yeah, I like it. You know, it's for me, it's like it reminds me of the music. I'm a fan of the music as well. I feel like I'm walking down the block in San Diego. It's like 68 degrees. I'm loving this beat. Like 45 seconds in, like I checked the clock because I'm like, yeah, I'm already on board with this. Like this is that Mel music, you know. I'm loving the introspection. I'm loving, like you said, him talking about his son and, you know, things he's learned in his career and in life. You know, this is my kind of rap, you know. It's just, yeah, obviously the Puff thing. So I got like a screenshot here. It's like from Complex, like, I don't know, but some article, I don't know when. It's a table with Rihanna next to Hove and Bey watching Drake rap All Me live and seeing Cole get thrown out for fighting Diddy. Last night was real. Multiple sources familiar with the situation told Complex it went down like this. 1, Diddy was visibly intoxicated. 2, he tried to confront Kendrick over the King of New York claim in his Control freestyle. 3, Diddy allegedly attempted to pour a drink on Kendrick and J. Cole intervened. 4, the two started arguing and Cole allegedly put his hands on Diddy, which then led to problems between their respective crews. 5, after a brief scuffle, both crews separated. Wow. So J. Cole was coming to Kendrick's defense because Puff was drunk and was way too sensitive about that I'm the king of New York line.
Another reason why J. Cole is fake when he does his paying homage stuff, because then he's putting his hands on legends.
Oh, come on. Puff was out of line, all right?
No, he's not. Kendrick was out of line because Kendrick was set tripping.
Oh, please, come on. The whole fuss about that line was always overblown to me. It was just like a throwaway line to me.
You're not
everyone
from
took
New
it
York,
so...
bro. That's fake. You're not from New York. No.
I don't think it was a legitimate
what was
claim.
happening?
I looked at it as like, yo, I'm the best nationwide. Like I'm the king of everywhere.
No, Kendrick was getting G-checked by an OG, and J. Cole tried to intervene because he has no idea about the rules and what's going on here, and put his hands on a man. He attacked a member potentially of the LGBT community. Okay, so
yo, relax.
I'm thinking that this is absurd and disgusting, as far as I'm concerned.
Apparently, all this took place during an All Me performance. So it's just
wait, All Me by Drake, 2 Chainz.
Yeah, he was performing
that we just reviewed on our Nothing Was the Same review.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So J. Cole was like, he was thinking
he's probably hyped
me.
up on that. Ho, shut the fuck up. You know, he was just, I don't know.
Listen, there's
what's funny is Puff would end up, I guess, getting in a scuffle with Drake. You know, 2 years later.
He hurt Drake.
He hurt him?
Yeah, he put him in the hospital.
What? No. Where did you hear that? I'm not even being an Aubrey's angel right now. This did not happen.
This is what happened. Drake ran up on him and confronted him about something, and Diddy completely laid him out.
This is not how it
15
happened.
People needed to carry Drake out on over there.
This is so not how it happened.
And he was almost like crowd surfing on all the people who've taken him out. You can't come at I don't care if you don't like Diddy. You have no place to be attacking someone who's responsible for some of the greatest moments.
I never said I didn't like Diddy. I don't even think Cole didn't like Diddy. He just saw Diddy was out of line.
Oh, so
he
now
probably
all of a sudden,
Cole. He probably just stepped in like, yo, man, what's going on?
What are you, the fucking enforcer of rap now? You get to do
I'm just saying, Puff was probably turning up on Cole's friend Kendrick and he saw it, and he's like, "Yo, what's going on over here?"
And what he should have done was minded his own business instead of intervening in another conflict between two people.
Nah, then he would have been like Bishop and Juice. Like, you know, when Q was like getting, you know, they had the knife pressed up to his nose, and like he saw Bishop. No, Bishop had the knife pressed up to his nose, and Q saw him, and you saw Bishop. They made eye contact, like, "Yo, my boy Q, he's gonna save me." And Q acted like he didn't see him. He hit him with the Will Smith meme.
It's different. You know? It's different. There's rules to this shit.
Nah, come on, man. I respect the move, and I also respect Puff. So I don't know what the problem is. You know.
Well, you're Kenny's angel then.
Anyway, yeah, the bar is talking about now I know too much. Ignorance is bliss. Ain't that the truth? I've said it on the show before. It's a phrase I used to not like because I don't ever want to be ignorant. But then I realized as I grew older, all pain in my life has come from the things I've continued to knowledge that I've accumulated. The less I knew, the better I felt. Not saying I want to know less, but I just acknowledge ignorance is bliss. This is what I mean. This in comparison to like the Pride song, it's like, this is what I want. You can talk about life. It's not like I'm saying I'm unteachable, but like, don't teach me. Don't act is like, Pride is this, like, yeah, I know, remind me. I need reminder rap. Remind me of what I know already. Don't beat me over the head like you're teaching me something. So 7+ could go up to an 8. Pride could go up to a 7. I don't know, but you want to move on?
Sure.
All right. Track 9, Interlude. Oh god. Oh man. Listen, 6+.
Oh, it sounded like. I mean, oh god. Oh man.
Well, no, you'll see why. I am groaning and
6-
moaning over here. Okay, I would request you go first because I'm not gonna say there's a lot I have to say, but I'm basically, you'll see.
Okay. I wrote that it takes a very long time for J. Cole to start rapping for such a short song. I dig the beat, but after coming off of the last joint, the cringeworthy final line, the Migos flow, and the lack of overall focus in the writing makes me really not care about this at all. So far, this is tied with 100 Mil is the worst shit on here. That's all I had to say about it.
Okay. When this came out as the single, I guess a week ago, I went in the group chat and they were praising it. My boy, he's been on the show, Styles, Steve Ovino Pellegrino, Mr. Heem. I went in the chat. He was liking it. My boy Paul's cousin was liking it. Philip, shout out to Philip. That's my dog. They my dog.
Listen,
all right?
Philip's a big fan of Rap Rankings from what I hear. Shout out to Philip.
Shout out. Listen, throw up you know what time it is. These is my real friends, okay? These are my real friends. This ain't no Joe Budden being a jerk to people who he said he were his friends and then switching up. No, these are my real friends. And I went in the chat and they were praising it. And I was a little shocked because, like, clearly it's 6+ to me. And, which is not like, oh, I think it sucks. It's just, it's all right. Like, it wasn't anything groundbreaking. I thought it was subpar J. Cole music. So this comes out.
Now, to
and
be
I'm
clear,
like, all right,
are these coal miners we're dealing with here?
That is not the name of his fan base. I think his fan base is Dreamers. I don't know. Or maybe that's Meek Mill. I don't know.
Dreamers? Come on.
I'm just guessing. Dreamville. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have a fan base name. But everyone in the chat, I would say, is a big fan of J. Cole. They like him probably as much as me, if not more.
Are they Coleys?
Yeah, Coleys. He needs a group name, a fan base name. But they were praising it, which shocked me. I wasn't expecting, to see the overwhelm. Well, I don't say overwhelm. Anyway, they liked it. So I went in there and this is what happened. Okay. So I bookmarked the beginning. I'm going to quickly run through it. This is going to be like how you were going through the Wu-Tang thread, but like, I'm going to blaze through this because what happened was it got out of hand and I was not expecting to be met with such
resistance,
volatility. Like,
okay.
The defense of this song was caught me completely off guard. I want
to hear the arguments and the counter arguments. Right now, I'm 100% with you. I mean, I just listened to this album. I don't think this is a good song at all. But
Right.
I want to hear what they have to say.
Okay. So I came in, it was 1:59 a.m. my time. I came in, I saw they were liking it. I said, am I hearing the same Cole track as y'all? Styles immediately says, you gave Desires what again? Because he was just on the show and he found out I gave Desires on Dark Lane demo tapes at 8 minus actually. So he's like, you can't talk. He said, and you like bitches, am I right? Which is a song from the original Revenge of the Dreamers. And it's true, I do like it. Paul's cousin quote tweeted me, he said, what the fuck? Hey, yo, cancel your Spotify membership. Sal said, nigga had the nerve to ask that, man. Paul's cousin, Philip. He said, I want you to go back to listening to music with 5 available skips a day. Styles starts laughing at me. Says, nigga, you got to sit through the Home Depot ad, nigga, until you learn some respect. And then I said, I tweeted that thing that Cowboy Bebop meme was like, why did you post this? Never mind. We just got to live with it now. And I was like, I'll tweet this to Cole, but I like that nigga. Philip says, on some real shit. The real is the shit. Do you like rap? Like, I know you do this thing called rap rankings, but maybe that's all a front. What the fuck is wrong with this song? So I said, y'all ain't heard him talk about the same stuff 79 times already over better production. I mean, he even disrespected us by letting an already only 2-minute song go nowhere for the first minute. I said, I mean, maybe I just expect more for him. Styles says,
Mel, to be fair, 42 seconds, but still on a 2-minute song, okay. That's really, we don't have much time.
It's a large
waste
chunk,
here.
right?
Yeah,
that's the point I was making. Yeah. So Styles says, what better production? T-minus drums hit harder than half of Cole's catalog. He has access to better sounding drums. I said, this beat is pretty boring to me. I'm just asking questions, making sure I ain't missed nothing. I respect y'all enjoyment.
I disagree with you there. The best part of this is the beat to me. I thought the beat was interesting.
That's very disappointing. I'll get into it. So Philip says, tell me an artist that doesn't show repetition. Show me. So I'm going to get to him in a second, but I said, this stuff was tackled better on brackets. Style says, you just aren't player, man. Concrete evidence. That's his favorite argument for me. Philip, continuing his point, all artists say the same shit, but in a different way. Finally, I get to him. I said, the repetition's not the problem. The problem is that once you've done something once,
hold on. J. Cole is not player. He made the Wet Dream song. I'm sorry. No, you don't pull the player card.
Well, he was saying, Styles was saying, me saying the beat was boring. So I guess he thinks the beat is player.
The beat is not even player.
I'm going to get to that in a second, though. Okay. Get to that in a second. Because, it's not player. But I was telling Philip, no, the repetition is not the problem. The problem is that once you've done something once, it isn't too much to ask for you to keep that same standard F/when you do it again. Why tackle it again with less effectiveness? For instance, I told him, Fake Love is basically Hotline Bling 2, but not as good. I'd rather him just not have done that.
I disagree, but okay.
Okay. Styles says, you gave Desires an 8 again, or was it a 9? And then I continue to Philip when he said, all artists say the same shit, but in a different way. I said, you misunderstand me. Pac voice, follow me. Consistency is what you're thinking of. And then I addressed Styles, don't play me. It was an 8, not a 9. And then Philip says, you don't like when a beat build? LOL. And it's an interlude. You were expecting a tale of two cities, And he starts quoting the bars. The Southern heat make unbearable summers just last week. Seen your mama weep, crying because she don't want to bury your brother. The blood leaks while the EMTs got to carry your baby like surrogate mothers. First of all, I like that line. So he quotes that, and I'm like,
But it's that same
right.
So sick of that flow.
The surrogate mother's line is dope. But yeah, the flow very good. So yeah, and then Styles like in the nip bar mid too. The Pimp C and Jesus died at 33 bar. Yeah, it is, and I get to that. So. Here's the thing. I go back to Philip. I said, that's my other question. Why release an interlude as the first offering? Nothing about this is attention grabbing. Either give us a proper single or at least a whole song or just wait until next week and drop the whole album. And then I quote tweet the Pimp C Jesus thing. And I wrote ... I'm going to ask you right now what that actually means to you. Answer honestly. Then Styles is like, well, he dropped an intro for Forest Hills Drive first of him riding a bike, and you loved it. I remember. I said, at least that was an intro, though. This is an interlude. And he's like, what's the difference, honestly? And I'm like, well, there was a visual attached to that thing. And I said, it's the intro. At least it's it sets us up for the album. You just throw us in the middle with an interlude. And I said, this is the Cole they make fun of for being boring, and I can't defend him when he does stuff like this. So to continue, I start defending the Forest Hills Drive intro, and then Styles gets on his comedy style. He's like, you play the beat in your car by itself while you delivering pizzas? And I'm like, look, I deliver more than pizza. Put some respect on my services. I move Indian food, the Vindaloo. Anyway, and then he finally addresses, what does this mean to you? Like, I asked him. He said it's a reference to the 27 Club, which doesn't make sense because he's talking about 33. He said, to me, a coincidence in rap, just a parallel, goes hand in hand with the rolling 60 bar a couple stanzas back. Good enough answer. And I told him there's no right or wrong answer. I just wanted to know what you saw in it, what value it actually had to you. Because you see, I've seen this before, as you have, I'm sure. So it doesn't hit for me. And then I point out the line by Saba in the song Life, I know Pac was 25. I know Jesus 33. Rappers do this all the time. And I said, I prefer this if we're just arbitrarily talking about Jesus supposedly being 33 when he died. So, and I'm like, it's better beat there, more resting delivery, better point made. We keep going, and like they're starting to turn up on me. They're like really defending this song. Styles says, I ain't gotta argue with you. I'm me. I said, relax, we just talking. Philip gets back on his 5 skips a day, just 5. And I'm like, Philip, I love you. And then, he says, I hope you play straight from your YouTube app, only like an NBA YoungBoy fan. And I'm like, look, I want to tag in Briar. I like to know his opinion. Briar, do you like the new Cole song? Yes or no, and why? Spoiler, he doesn't. He's on my side. And as they're attacking me, he's like, I'm like, the song / interlude, is that fire to y'all? Like, we talking 8 out of 10 and above? So I was like, I just don't know what more he could have done. I said, at the end of the day, it's an interlude, so I don't even think he thinks he was doing that much. I'm confused by this move. I was expecting a song. What sort of mission statement, were we getting here? Why was this the first release? And as the album comes out, I have the same questions because this is one of the weakest offerings on the thing.
Well, this is not it's like, ultimately, I guess, the first release because the next song.
Well, right, he did, but that was a part of a 2-song EP. That Lewis Street.
I'm not familiar with such a thing.
Yeah, he put it out last year, I believe. So like it wasn't presented as like these are singles from or maybe he did. I think he said the off season coming soon. So I'm mistaken. But the other song from that, Lion King on Ice, that didn't end up on
B-side.
Here. So yeah, the B-side. So I don't know. So I'm just like, we didn't get a mission statement in this song. Instead, we get this thing where he's talking for half the recording about ups and downs and how he doesn't care where it goes, which weirdly enough, I like because I relate. But then I'm like, then he raps about the urban plight, not as effectively as he's done in the past over a lazy beat, and then, he gets in attack mode again. He was like, were you confused when Drake lifted his knee up in a ski mask to Tuesday slide, and so I'm just like, he starts deflecting and I'm like, look, on another topic, do you like For Your Eyes Only? He says, no. I said, okay, good. We agree there. With that said, I think this song is mid in the same way that album was, if that makes sense. Like I know he can do better than this. This is autopilot, So I'm trying to bring him into my world, show comparisons. He's like, you still have yet to say what he could have done differently. I'm like, it's not so much a done differently because my dislike of the song starts with the music. Without a beat I like, you can do whatever you want. I'm probably not going to like it. I would have just scrapped it. It's not worthy of his catalog. They're really getting mad. They're like, man, get the fuck out of here. I'm just like, I'm not even saying the song is trash. I just don't like it. It's very normal to me. Nothing spectacular. Nothing I haven't heard from him before already and better. This is lesser Cole. So those are pretty much my notes about the song, and I just read that because there was no point in me rewriting notes when I basically said all that in the chat, so I feel the same way. It's just like, I don't know why this was the first offering. This isn't even one of the best things on this album.
To me, it's one of the worst. It's in the bottom 3 for me.
Yeah, he gave us one of the weakest songs. Yeah, it's in the bottom 3, actually, yeah. It's one of the weakest songs on here. He gave it to us first. I don't know why. The Too Long didn't read, even though we've never talked about the song on the show. I feel the same way about this as I feel about Middle Child, which is also a 6 to me. It should be called Middling Child. It's mid child, okay? It's just like, it's aight. It's aight. It's nothing that I want to return to. So, yeah. That's all I got to say about Interlude. You want to move on?
Yeah.
All right. Track 10, The Climb Back. All right. Now this, I like. 7+.
Flat 6.
Okay.
This is my first time hearing this one. I didn't hear it on, what do you call it, Lewis Park?
It was Lewis Street.
Lewis Street. I didn't hear that. 5 minutes long here.
It doesn't need to be 5 minutes and 6 seconds.
Slow beat. Like, the beat is really plotting.
It sounds like a sloth, like, grinning and, like, climbing down the stairs.
Really irritating production elements on this one for me. I wrote, is this a vibe or something?
I like the beat. It's got a skippy little bounce to it. It's cool to ride around to.
At some point, I wrote here, oh, thank God, he's actually rapping now. He's got some strong bars on this one.
I'm a big fan of that. See how I flip, like, exclamation points. That's a good punchline to me. I like it. You know?
But strong bars on this, but I am just not digging the beat or the song on any level, really, other than the lyrics.
Okay.
Damn shame. It's just boring to me.
Totally respect that.
I would have liked this over a different beat, maybe. J. Cole wasn't the problem here for me.
Yeah, I think he was, 7+. Like, yeah, I like the beat. It is definitely slow. It's standard Cole content, urban plight, some slick punchlines, some like,
J. Cole was a 7+ on this for me. The beat was like a 5+.
I would say J. Cole was probably 7+, 8-. The beat's like a flat 7.
Okay. So
and
that's what brings
how
it down for you a little bit.
Yeah.
But you don't dislike the beat.
No, I like it. It's just like, it's not like anything crazy, but I definitely like it.
Can you see why for 5 minutes of this, I'm a little taken out of
it does
things
not
now?
need to be 5 minutes.
Like, after the interlude and then this, I'm like, all right, come on.
It could have just been the first verse. Like, this should have been the interlude. And I don't think the second verse is necessary.
You know what's funny? 2 minutes and like 20 seconds, 2 minutes, 30 seconds in, I looked to see how much time was left.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh shit, like half the song is left.
Yeah.
And I think, it could have ended there and been the interlude, but whatever. I mean, I don't really have many thoughts on this one. I just, when the music's plotting and boring to me, it's not going to really get over, I don't think.
Okay.
Because the lyricism is above average, actually, but...
Blow your clothes half off like a promo code. Those are the kind of bars that made me start rapping. It just like blew my mind. Like I like it, I always have appreciation for like, your conventional setup punchline. They're harder to implement now than ever, but like that's why I appreciate it here. The one that kind of landed flat for me was one call gets you canceled like a homophobe in this PC culture. It's like,
that was a little.
Yeah,
you can move on if you're ready.
I'm ready. The final thing I just got to say, the hook is whatever. Like everything coming back around full circle. Like good cadence, melody, the words or whatever. It gets you through the song without a hitch. Didn't need to be this long. Shout out to him dissing the bad website genius. Often as a genius that's misquoting me. They're the bad website. It's all I got. So we can move on. Track 11, Close. Least favorite song on here, flat 6.
Moulz Mel connect, and the thief is back in the building. Can you play a little bit of Do It Again from the Lil Wayne? I think it's on the Patreon leak that we put out.
Do It Again?
Yes, it's one of his leaks from the Carter 3 era.
Is this... Okay, I was thinking it did it before.
No, Do It Again.
Okay, hold on.
In this back alley here with you, it looks to me like $1 million view. Write our names on this old brick wall, baby, and forever, darling, shall I recall.
Hey, I remember the way we would both say we'd be together forever and a day. Well, I guess that day came sooner than late, cause now we're apart and away.
So that's
right.
Same
on the
sample.
song, he's like in it close, like
so he does the same
motif.
cadence. He sampled the same record. Granted, just like with My Life, it's changed enough where, the Lil Wayne thing was a sample to begin with, but the Game sampled that on the Red album, and I was like, okay, I don't know, or did he, or did that song not make the Red album? Either way.
Oh, I don't know. I don't be listening to game like that.
It's one of those situations where it's like I've heard this sample too many times, and no time has it equaled out to meaning more to me than that Wayne song does.
Okay.
So, I noted that it was the same sample as Do It Again. And I wrote, I worry that this may be the paying homage thing again that ruined my life for me. I just want to listen to Do It Again now. I'm good.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah, I just wrote, it's fine. Cautionary tale rap song, beats whatever. Cole's doing generic talk again. The motif
I like the
is
storytelling on the song you weren't a fan of, Punchin the Clock, more than I did on this.
It's just the storytelling reminds me of like warm up era. I mean, Cole in general, he's a pretty good storyteller, but this is not the best of it. This is meat and potatoes rap, as we say, for me. Like it's like he kind of goes for a little twist at the end. It's just,
a little twist, huh?
It's all right. A little twist. Whenever I think about Little Twist, I'm either thinking about how Bieber threw him under the bus, which sucked.
Yep.
Or was it the Wayne song "Do Say" from 2014 when we thought we were going to get the Carter 5. And he tells that little story at the end. He was like, I was in the club and Twist, like he threw up on the owner or something like that. And he's like, and he told the owner, like, he just like he's like he threw the money and left. Like, I don't know. It sounds crazy, but like, it's very funny. I can't go out like this. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. It's just the way he told the story was very funny to me. Do Say, Lil Wayne, underrated Lil Wayne record from that era.
I agree.
Let me see. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Okay, I think this is.
Shout out my nigga Lil Twist, my little brother. He just passed out in the club the other night off that Deuce thing. Threw up on the owner. Owner talking about he wanted his money back. He wanted half of the money back. Twist took all the money and left. That's some young money shit.
Yo, that actually is some Young Money shit because, well, no, that's some Cash Money shit. Because Birdman took all his money and left.
Best of love to everybody in that situation.
Absolutely. I'm not happy with Birdman. Don't think I'm making jokes at Wayne's expense. I'm saying, though, that is, a very funny story to me about he took all the money and left after throwing up on the owner. Yeah. You want to move on? Final track?
Yeah, the grind continues. Track 12.
All right. Track 12, Hunger on Hillside. Now, you said before when we saw the track list, you thought you were going to like this one. So I'm curious.
I did.
Did it turn out that way?
Not at all. It's one of my bottom 3 songs on the album.
Same.
I only thought it would be good because Hillside on Long Island, there's Hillside Avenue that goes into Queens. And I thought maybe he would be talking about like Hillside Avenue. Maybe so, because he went to St. John's. There's still a good chance this is about St. John's, Hunger on Hillside. Listen, you can't just reference geography that I'm familiar with and it just gets over. Right. 6-, okay? I got something to say on this one.
Okay, please do.
6-, the outro, he really impressed me with the outro of KOD, an album I otherwise wasn't really feeling. Can he do it again? Very cinematic ending sample, like the credits of a movie, Cole harmonizing a bit underneath it before the beat drops. More boom bap type percussion is opposed to the trap type percussion. The sample is a very repetitive loop. I'm not feeling how Cole is approaching this record at all. First verse, very sloppy, like Rhea Ripley matches. This is the only boom bap-ish record on here I'm not feeling. I'm just not digging how Cole approached this at all. He came back a little bit for the second verse, but too little too late. 6-, one, I mean, up there with 100 Mil and Interlude as like the worst shit on here to me, actually. And the sample, which I thought was gonna, like, yo, this sounds big, like the intro, it quickly, I realized, like, oh, this is a really irritating loop when it keeps going around like this.
Right.
I was disappointed. I had hopes for this one, actually.
I had a feeling I wasn't. Just something about the title. I'm like, hunger on Hillside. It's like hunger. It feels a little on the note. Like, I want the hunger to be in the tracks. Don't tell me it's why I was apprehensive about applying pressure, but luckily that worked out. But yeah, it's just false advertising. 6+ for me. My notes were everyone's a big stepper these days. That seems to be one of the hot button phrases of the times. I didn't want, like you said, the approach. I didn't want contemporary flows on a beat like this. Speaking of which, the beat's okay. I like the strings. Okay, he's kind of starts picking up from the melodic thing. Like the second verse, he starts rapping a little more, but he just doesn't pull it off. He says, "You take boxing lessons, but y'all still pussy." I'm like, is this a Puff diss? It could be. We already know what he already talked about in the album, but
he could be talking about that guy that Drake fucked his girlfriend or something. And he went to start punching shit really fast, flipping and flopping.
And listen, and this is not because listen, when I thought that was the case, I was very upset and disappointed in Drake. As an Aubrey's angel, I did not condone that behavior, but apparently the guy lied. He just made up the story. He's like being a weirdo about it. Like Drake, it never happened.
Okay.
Or maybe it did, but not the way he's describing. I don't know. But so he looked like a goof anyway, doing all that flipping in that video. And his Instagram posts were just complete head things. It was just, yeah. Anyway. And I just wrote the final note. All right. He fizzled out, So
okay.
We can start rating this thing.
Yeah. I gave this a 5 out of 12. 41% takeaway.
7 out of 12 for me, 58% takeaway.
Okay, that's what we both predicted before we listened.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
You predicted you would give this a 7. I predicted I would give it a 5. Sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
I guess we know Cole.
Yeah, I wish I could play the rap rankings game and win myself.
Oh yeah, out now. Rap rankings game. Well, I mean, the first game's coming, but the concept is out now.
The reveal is out now. 5 out of 12, 41% takeaway, 78 out of 120 available points for a 65% average rating.
Okay, 81 out of 120 for me, 67% average.
So for me, I'm giving this thing a 53% weighted. It's okay.
Okay, and I got a 62.5% weighted. So what's that? 53 plus 62.5% divided by 2, 57.75%, or like a 5.7 out of 10, I guess, according to Rap Rankings off this first listen.
Right. So let me just look at the board real quick because I'd want to see if this was an actual mainline review and it were to go on the board, where would it be?
Right.
So you said this is what would be our rating? 57.5?
0.75. So basically, like, we feel practically nothing about it as a show.
Hey, listen, it would be under LP, I'll Sleep When You're Dead, and it would be higher than Cameron Killa Season.
Wow. The guy whose voice we hear to start this thing.
Yeah, well, not to me. I liked Killa Season considerably more than this.
What did I give Killa Season?
A 52% weighted.
Oh, I like this more than Killa Season. Okay.
Yeah, wait, no, did you? Hold on, what did you give it?
Yeah, 52% my off-season weighted rating is 62.5. Like, yeah, this is all right to me. The album's all right.
I give Killa Season 63%. So there's a whole 10% gap for me. I mean, I clearly prefer that. But on the board, that's where it would be. It would be the new number 43 album on the board.
Right, if it was on the board. Well, good.
I think
Cole should be happy it's not on the board. These are our first opinions,
I think with the exception of like 2 or 3 songs, probably his best production on an album.
Okay.
Is this my favorite J. Cole album out of 5 out of 12? Geez, I hope not. I mean, I don't know. Let me just say that the 5 songs I like on this thing, I really like.
I mean, look, he gave me 2 8s here. And some things could still go up.
There were no 7 minuses for me. I liked I solidly liked the stuff that I liked.
It started very strong. I had after the first 4, I'm like, the first 4, I'm like, yo, is this going to be
it definitely, after J. Let Cole Go My Hand, it fell off for me. I didn't like 9, 10, 11, or 12.
Cole, I personally needed more of the first half, less of the second half. less contemporary flows. Like, and I know your whole thing now is you're like pushing yourself, trying to see if you can, you know, keep up with the times, do new things, and that's great. That's cool. I think you should do that. Sometimes you pull it off, sometimes you don't, and usually I prefer for Cole to lean more towards its own style and just sort of sprinkle it in rather than go full contemporary.
I guess at the beginning of the review when you said it sounds like I give him a 6 as an artist.
6+.
Yeah, 6+. After I gave this album a 53%, I mean, I like 5 songs from it. So clearly I gave one of them an 8. I think I'm capable of enjoying J. Cole's music as much as I enjoy, you know, many other people's music. But man, I always can't help but feel when I leave these projects that I wish that there was, you know, I wish he had a Nothing Was the Same.
Listen, I wish he would have cut that interlude off. Took that off. It wasn't needed.
You know, there's that horrible meme, the heart, the mind, the soul, Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole. And like, I feel like Kendrick and Drake each have at least one classic to their name. But J. Cole, to me, has yet to make that album.
His closest thing, and I know my takeaways, I mean, I don't want to spoil my ratings. You know, I rated it, obviously, you know, years ago. But, I mean, like, not when it first came out, because the rating system wasn't born then. But, like, I rated it, obviously, since the rating system was born. I think it's his best album, statistically.
What?
It's his closest thing to a classic. If
What
he
is
has one.
this?
Forest Hills Drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of had the same feeling about that one that I have about this one, except I like the beats better on this one.
I mean, look, I'll give him this, because I'm not going to give him my ratings, because obviously we're going to do that album one day. We do every album in hip hop history. But I'll tell them whether or not my personal weighted rating would get it in a record club. Let me see. Forest Hills Drive. Yes, it's record club worthy.
It ain't going into no record club.
Well, not for you, probably.
Yeah, but it takes 2 to tango on this show.
Exactly. So, but together it's a 57.75%. I can hear them now. They're mad. The Cole haters are probably like, it's too high. The Cole lovers are like 5.7. What?
Yeah, because
It's
apparently
like, look,
you're
it's-
all wrong about J. Cole. He's nowhere near the worst, and he's not even close to the best.
I think at his peak of his, like, look, like the 2 8s on here, Cole can consistently reach that level for me. It's why he's an 8+ overall as an artist to me. I like him a lot, you know. But this is just let me look at my other ratings. Actually, what did I give the 62? This
You
is
know
better
what I
than
would
For
say
Your Eyes
if
Only.
he had, if Truly Yours, the 3 EPs he put out, if the 3 of them could be considered one album, I don't know if it would be record club worthy, but it would be very good.
Okay, so that would probably be your favorite.
Yeah, I like those. I mean, truth be told, those are the only J. Cole projects I have, with the exception of, you know, a folder of loose J. Cole songs that I like.
Right.
I don't listen to his albums. I just don't. Oh, I have like Friday Night Lights in my library. The Warm Up. Like, I have his early mixtapes and stuff like that. But none of his studio albums, like, I want to like them. I go into them hoping to like them, but they always end up kind of this way for me, it seems.
Wow.
Like somewhere between like a 40 to 50% takeaway.
It is what it is, I guess.
You know, but at the same token, I don't get like Big Sean vibes from this guy. Like, if you listen to our Hall of Fame review, was that season 0?
Yep.
Well, if you've heard it, you know, I'm not a very big
Don't
Sean
recommend
guy.
you go in here. It is the beta test season, but it's out there.
But yeah, I don't have that. Like, I don't think he's bad or anything. Like, I don't know. I'm waiting to be impressed. I'm waiting to have something to say, yo, this is the J. Cole album I'm going to hold in the esteem of all the other great albums in history. I just don't have that.
Right.
And that's not a knock on him. There's plenty of... I could make that album with all of the J. Cole songs I like.
Right.
Like, at this point, he's probably made well over 20 songs that I like. You know, I could probably at least do a 10-track album of 8s from J. Cole. But I'm not the album man. Like, I don't just put songs together and call it an album. He's got to do that. Until he does, 53% weighted for me.
And 62.5, I think, for me. And 57.75% is what that is for rap rankings. I guess we did it.
Yep,
So,
we're back in the first listen swing of things, and now tomorrow we got to get back to the second half of our Tribe Called Quest review. So look out for that. That'll be out on Wednesday.
That's right. So listen, folks. I think I'm gonna go. Sadly, I gotta hit that post Rab McDonald's.
Oh, okay. It's a little late for that, I think.
Yeah, you telling me. All right.
Right.
Look,
Well,
I'm gonna go kill my body with.
Have a good weekend, folks. We'll see you soon.
Have a good weekend. Cold world, y'all.
Yep. No blanket.
Be blessed. Yeah, no Snuggie or whatever. Peace.